Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon HeartGold. In the last episode, we did the Battle Factory, and today we're taking on the last Frontier facility. Again, a lot of F words, it's hard to keep it all in track. So today we're doing the Battle Tower, and the thing about this place is there isn't a thing. It's just straightforward battling. This is one of the two areas that you actually need to bring your own items, the other being the Battle Hall, but it only has one Pokemon, so this is the only one that requires all three Pokemon, or four if you're doing doubles, and all of them having items. Obviously it's not required, but it helps, obviously. Now, it's not as easy as you would think. A lot of the other places are specifically easier than regular battles because you can either see what the opponent has, lower their levels, inflict them with the status. This one's actually pretty difficult. I'd say it's probably the second hardest behind the factory, for silver, of course. In fact, this is actually I guess I'll show off my team just in case you haven't seen it. We have Tyranitar with the Muscle Band, so super effective attacks do more damage. Stone Edge, Crunch, Fire Punch, and Earthquake. This is the only Pokemon on my team that I think is fully finished. Like, there's not really anything to improve here. It has a great moveset. I have Gliscor over here, Aerial Ace, Roost, Feint Attack, Exo Scissor. The only reason it doesn't have either Toxic or Earthquake is because I don't have the BP for those. And the Sand Veil plays off of the Sandstorm, as always. And it has the Shell Bell, because I didn't catch the Snorlax. And then I have a Zapdos, which is a pure special attack damage Life Orb, Return, Discharge, Ancient Power, and Air Cutter. Again, it doesn't have Overheat because BP, but it should be fine due to the fact that I gave Tyranitar Fire Punch, which will deal with Pokemon like, what's it called? Fortress. I was trying to say Ferroseed for a second, but nope, not in this game. And also any other Steel types, even though he is going to have a disadvantage because it is weak to Steel. It'll be fine, I think. I hope. Unless it's like a Metagross, which in that case, you know, I shouldn't. I'm not going to come across a Metagross, is the thing. Because they're not going to be in this. So just like with the, what are we going with? The Battle Arcade and the Battle Castle. All the Pokemon that we're going to be fighting today are Group 2. However, do not let your guard down. They can still just freak your bean. In fact, this is my second try. I actually got destroyed from some really bad luck earlier. I was trying to hit an Earthquake on a Gabite. The Gabite used Sand Attack on me once. I missed 4 Earthquakes, so that can happen. This is gonna suck. And that Gligar is gonna have Sandstream too. You know what? I really don't have a ton to deal with Gligar. I'm just gonna have to use, it's setting up on me. I'm just gonna have to use Crunch, and even though it has a huge defense stat, yeah, I can still 2-attack it. That's good. Yeah, Gliscor is a Pokemon I would absolutely fear. I did decide against the Ice Punch because I just figured Fire Punch would cover a bit more that I needed to. Grass type specifically, which would resist ground type moves. And I believe, actually, you know what? I don't actually know if the Expert Belt, or whatever I have on, would put my damage of a super effective Fire Punch over just a Stab Crunch, or even a Stone Edge, I don't know. I don't think it would out damage a Stone Edge, but Crunch has essentially 160 power, so I don't know if Fire Punch would be better. Obviously, Earthquake's better in this situation because it's still super effective. So I don't actually need to use Fire Punch, and it's funny, we see a Metang right after I talked about a Metagross, but not nearly as big of a deal. But I don't know. It's specifically for the Fortress that you can definitely see. Actually, it might be a Group 3 Pokemon, I don't know. There are some scary Group 2 Pokemon, though. Like, I hate to say it. But, so last time I was ultimately defeated by a, what's the evolution of Slugma? I can't even remember because mine's named Daisy, so I never remember its actual name. Anyway, it's actually what ended up taking me out. Oh, that would have sucked. A Focus Blast. I mean, it wouldn't have been Stab. It has a not great special attack, so I probably could have survived it just barely. In addition to the fact that I have a super high special defense stat. Like, honestly, a Focus Blast would probably do less than, like, a Brick Break at this point. Crunch should just... Wait, what? The choice scarf. Okay, well, guess I'm gonna be a speedy legend. At least I used Crunch and not like Stone Edge or Fire Punch. Gone. Gone. No dark type here. You love to see it. And Wigglytuff. Yep, I would have used Crunch anyway. Since it's not a fairy type, it'll do just fine. Although Wigglytuff is pretty bulky. It can probably... Oh, it has a Citrus Berry. I should still be able to two-shot it, luckily. Wow, I'm actually getting very lucky. You know what? I deserve it. Because it took me like a good hour to get back up to this rank streak, I guess is the word. Just like all the others except for the Battle Hall, you need a 21 streak to actually meet the Battle Frontier Brain. So we are currently on our 3rd streak because every streak is a group of 7. I feel like I should mention that just in case you're watching this one without watching the other ones, even though I did kind of release them all sequentially and my team grew as it went. But I know there's people that will probably just want like tips on one specific area. And my tips for here are items. Use them to your advantage. And I really built this team. Wow, Perugly actually outsped me. You wouldn't think it would looking at it. I should be able to knock it out with a Crunch, to be honest. Even though it's big, it's not that defensive. You'd think it'd be more of a tank, but it's really not. My idea with making this team was that I wanted to utilize everything I could. Nature, abilities, items, to the best of their ability. So, of course, Sandstream working in tandem. I probably can't take a hit from this Monferno. I'm just gonna swap out to be safe, out to Gliscor, since it does have Aerial Ace now, because I taught it through TM. We'll be good. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so like, I made sure that the abilities of Tyranitar and Gliscor were both useful. Zapdos wasn't as useful, but that's because I kind of needed the Zapdos purely for coverage sake. I needed a special attacker and something to deal with water and grass types. Although I suppose Gliscor could take care of grass types, but it wouldn't be resistant to it due to its ground typing as well. Which a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people mistake Gliscor for a poison type. Especially with the fact that, now hold on. I haven't done this calculation. Aerial Ace, 60, so that's going to be 90 with Stab. Yeah, so Aerial Ace is actually going to be more powerful than X-Scissor regularly. Plus the perfect accuracy is a boon. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost as if I can tell. And funnily enough, the Sandstorm is what's going to allow us to get a 2-hit KO. I think. If not, it's just going to barely not be a 2-hit KO. That's going to hurt. Whew. Well, see ya. Oh no, it's still alive. That's fine, we outspeed. Easy. Jeez. Yeah, as you can see, Gliscor can't really take special attacks that well. That's another reason that I really needed that Zapdos. Oh, I guess Tyranitar is a pretty big special tank though as well, due to the Sandstorm, but Zapdos is trained in HP and special attack for its EVs, so it's meant to be a bit more tanky than speedy. Because I think 179 speed at level 50 still outspeeds most Pokemon, so there's no worry there. Lunatone, you love to see it. I don't know why, but Lunatone is a super common Pokemon in the Battle Frontier. I haven't even seen a Solrock yet, I think. Just Lunatone, and I don't think that's a difference between HG or HeartGold and Soul Silver. I was only going to use the acronym letters, but there's no reason to do that. Pupitar, get out of here. No, going this far in, I don't think I'm going to find anything good to use my Fire Punch on. I mean, it'd have to be either quad weak to it, which would be, let's see, grass. I mean, an Abomasnow would get hit with it pretty hard, but Stone Edge is super effective, so there'd be no reason for that, so it's not good against ice. I don't know, maybe I should have gone for a different one. Maybe I should have done ice, so I could deal with dragon types a bit more effectively. Now that I think about it, because I could have just given Overheat to Zapdos in the first place, which would have covered its weakness to ice. And of course, deal with steel types, since it's the only one that doesn't have the ground typing to deal with them. Although I guess a levitating ground type would suck, wouldn't it? If I went up against a Bronzong, which seems to be another super common Pokemon. And I believe Fire Punch would definitely be the best option there. Crawdont, huh? Unfortunate, it's a dark type. Ew, this kind of sucks. It's a physical attacker too, so it's going to be attacking my less prominent defense. Oh, that's scary. Okay, I need to get a guaranteed knockout here. Yeah, that's scary. There's very few water types that are physical attackers, but Crawdont and Kingler could absolutely freak my bean. Don't ask me why I'm saying that recently. It's one of those things. I think it was from like Hannah Montana or something, if I remember right. But yeah, there's still some threats in Group 2. Don't worry about it. Crawdont has an absolutely humongous attack stat, if I remember correctly. It's like either 90 or 100, which isn't huge, but Kingler has like a 110, I want to say. And then that in addition to Crab Hammer or Waterfall. I don't think they naturally get Waterfall, so like they wouldn't have it in here, but I don't think they teach any HMs here, unless it's naturally learnt, which very few are. I think Seeking naturally learns Waterfall, if I remember right. That's like the only one that does. I mean, Salamence learns Fly, but they don't run it here. They run the weirdest movesets on Salamences. Then the other one would be Rayquaza, and I believe that's all the naturally learned HMs. My team has been raised with care. I have absolute confidence in them. What match are we even on? I haven't been paying attention. I think this is either 5, maybe 4? Piloswine. Not as much of a threat. I could actually use my Fire Punch here because it's going to resist the Stone Edge with its ground typing. So hey, a situation where it's actually useful. Crazy. Again, I don't know the exacts of... Oh no, that's gonna hurt. I don't know the exacts of whether Crunch would do more damage or Fire Punch, but eh. Does Fire Punch have lower accuracy? Nope, it has 100% accuracy. So like it's super effective, it's gonna be 140 minimum. So it would only need at least a 15% increase in power from the Expert Belt to do more damage than Crunch. And I want to say the Expert Belt probably gives a boost of 20%? I should look that up actually. Here, live. You love to see it. Let's see. I don't normally do this, but I feel like this is important specifically for this one moment. Oh yeah, I'm gone. See ya. Jeez, I mean, I guess I'm going to throw out Gliscor on it, right? Because it's not going to be able to hit me with Stab. Zapdos doesn't really have anything better to deal with it. It's going to resist both of its Stab. Yeah. I really wish I could have afforded an Earthquake on this Gliscor, but it just wasn't as priority as everything else. It has Psychic? Uh-oh. This isn't good. Please tell me I 2-hit. And I'm paralyzed. Well, that's not good. I will be able to take it out with one more hit. But this is not ideal. I had no idea. Is Elective... I should just stay in. It missed due to Sand Veil, and I actually got the hit. Okay, good. I don't know if this Gliscor... That is quite the cry. That's right, I was using Electabuzz for my Rock Climber, and I had to hear that every single time. Okay, knocked out. I was gonna say, if this last Pokemon can, like, counter... Is it gonna knock out? Yeah. I was gonna say, if this last Pokemon counters Zapdos at all, then, you know, it's over. Okay, so I looked it up. The Expert Belt does in fact increase by 20%. So, that means that... I believe that's going to put Fire Punch, when it's super effective, at about 170 power, as opposed to Crunch's 160. So just very, very barely more powerful. But hey, it also has a chance of burning the opponent. which is just a good time all around. Unfortunate. See, this is why I wanted to build someone who could actually resist special attacks. How'd you find my Pokemon? Did you notice their significance? Like I said, don't underestimate the battle tower. They really don't pull any punches here. I don't know why, but it just felt so much more difficult. Oh, it's already over. The Frontier Brain has sent word that he's impressed with you. He sees your skill and he'd like to challenge you to a battle. Are you ready? Oh boy. Yeah, I suppose. This one's gonna be rough. He has some Pokemon I fear. Hi, my name's Palmer. I heard a lot about you. You're Rob from New Barktown, right? You're much younger than I thought, so I'd like you to show me. Show me the bond you've built with your Pokemon. Show me what you've learned through battles with trainers. Oh boy. This is one of the reasons I saved the battle tower for last. Not only because it's the iconic one, but Palmer's difficult, dude. Also nice pose, same as Wally. Yeah, starting out with the Milotic. So, I have the Sandstream going. I honestly don't know if I swap out here, because Milotic is going to, I don't know, how do you pronounce it? I have no idea. I can definitely two-shot it with Crunch. Can it two-shot me with Surf, though? Should I just swap out right now to Zapdos? I don't know. It's going for Hypnosis, of all things. Okay. That's a 2-hit, right? Barely. I mean, with the Sandstorm, it makes it a bit more decisive. Man, if it puts me to sleep, that's really gonna suck. I hope it just misses again. Okay, it just used Surf. I should take this because I have a humongous special defense stat. Look at that. Ate it up. Of course it had Shell Bell. Again, it's not gonna matter because of the Sandstorm, God bless. But still, that would have been unfortunate. Like I said, the Sandstorm just comes in clutch a lot. Okay, that's one of the threats dealt with. The other one being Rhyperior. This is actually one of the Pokemon I've been afraid of this entire time, because it has that ground type stab on me. And it doesn't outspeed, luckily, but I don't think this is going to do a lot. Yeah. And Earthquake. Yeah, Stab Earthquake is gonna hurt. So what do we do now, is the question. I have a special attacker that really, oh, you know what? That Hidden Power Ground would have helped here. It would have been a special attack so that Rhyperior wouldn't have as much damage on us. Man, this is actually really bad. I know Rhyperior could also obviously do a ton of damage to Zapdos. All Gliscor has for this, again, this would have been really nice if it had Earthquake. All it has is Feint Attack to be neutral. Exegor is not going to be very effective, and neither is Aerial Ace. So Feint Attack is going to be the most efficient damage we can do. Luckily, it can't use any ground types on us. Ground type moves on us. And rock type moves will be neutral. I'm afraid it has Ice Punch. That's what I'm personally afraid of. Crunch, okay. So if I can just stall it out, it's also going to be using physical attack, so I should be able to stall it out quite a bit. Yeah, look at that. Unfortunately, it also gets the special defense increase, so that's not even going to matter, really. Alright, so after that Crunch, I also really have to hope that it doesn't get the defense decrease, because that's going to be terrible for me. Rock Wrecker. That's not going to do as much, is it? No, it did just as much. I'm going to go for another Feint Attack. Just whittle it down a little bit. And luckily it takes time to recharge, so I'm just going to go for another Feint Attack, heal a bit more. Look at this. Now this is peak Gliscor. I don't like that. You know what? That's fine. I can knock out this Rhyperior. I should be able to, at least. I'd hope with an Air Cutter. Oh no. Rock Wrecker will... What? Oh, okay. Sure. We take those, I guess. Hey, I forgot what the last Pokemon is. I'm sure it's not easy. For some reason, my mind's telling me Infernape, which is fine. Dragonite. That's another issue, actually. Hit it with that Stab Discharge. I outspeed, easy enough. That should do a good amount. Okay. Dragon Claw. So it is built physically. You know, I'm thinking about it. I probably should not have led with Tyranitar going into this. I just kind of absentmindedly did it, not thinking of the Milotic. And I could have had Zapdos out front. All right, well, hopefully it doesn't have any special attacks. I should be able to do a decent amount of damage. I still outspeed. How much is this gonna... Oh. It's getting buffeted. It's gonna be knocked out next turn. If it doesn't one-shot me, I win. It's gonna outspeed. Please. Too close. Too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Oh. Man, Gliscor was honestly an MVP there. That's ridiculous. I have no problem to losing to a spectacular trainer like you. Oh. Good lord. If he did not use Crunch on my Zapdos for some reason, that would have been a loss. I imagine many great trainers will come to challenge me just as you have done. I'm sorry, I'm frazzled. That's something I look forward to a great deal. You'll become even more skilled. Keep battling trainers from around the world and keep growing greater in stature. You know what? A boy just might. I'll send that around for sure on the Wi-Fi that exists. Well, victory over the Tower Tycoon was an inspiration. To pay tribute to the talent we get, 20 PP, as always. I don't know, I feel like a showing like that deserves a little more, but what are you gonna do? Wow, that was stressful. Wait, who's this girl on the right? Pokemon on your team will be provided with commemorative ribbons. Oh. Is that only for the tower? Weird. I didn't get it for the other places. Oh. Congratulations on achieving your 20-win streak. Please accept this trophy for your fantastic achievement. We'll send it to your home. Now. Again, Mother, please. Again, I don't know if that's for the tower specifically or for getting all the silvers. But, of course, I have to show it off. Nope. Yeah. You know, this is right. Versus recorders in here. There's other games where, like, you check this through your ID, so it's a little different. All right, Frontier record. Baby, that's 5 silver prints. The difference between the silver prints and the gold prints are basically that all the gold prints are going to be colored in. These are obviously all black and white, so. But still, I think that's quite the achievement, especially after the resistance I got from Palmer there. That really scared me. I was afraid of his entire team because so many of them countered me. It's weird when the Dragonite's the easiest one to deal with. Anyway, that's gonna do it. But we're not done yet with this game. There's still a little bit more to show. So I'm gonna see you all in the next episode, and goodbye.